This time on build season, we spent an entire day driving all over Iowa trying to find a project, trying to avoid Kevin's used cars.
Hey, you're back.
And now he's trying to sucker me into buying this Oldsmobile 98.
Or anything else, there's options.
You seen the size of these freaking grasshoppers, man?
Someone should have sprayed and they didn't. Which one?
Look at the size of that, man. That thing has a law degree and a family.
All right, I feel like we're skipping straight into this quick. I don't know if this is gonna do it. Oh no.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Huh. I didn't know that happened.
No,
I think I know why the battery's dead. Yeah, I mean, there's even rubber all the way back here. On the, you know, new brakes though, hey?
Is this an intimate piece of clothing or is this an alternate? I'm kidding.
It's whatever you want it to be.
Said it ran when parked.
All right, Steve, give us, before we dive straight into this, bring them up to speed. Well, what have you spent your day doing?
We first looked at a 71 International pickup that was mostly Swiss cheese on wheels.
You should also mention you're 7 hours from home at that point.
We drove 7 hours last night and stayed in western Iowa. Woke up and looked at an International this morning and it was completely rusted. So on the way back with our tail between our legs, we tried to look at 2 other trucks on Marketplace, both of which were junk. So we find ourselves here, Junkyard Digs, looking at this, or something else.
This being the best financial decision you'll ever make. He's still telling me that if he buys this, he's going to take it home and sell it, and I know that won't happen. Because I've done this exact thing before. These cars are way too nice. We could even try to charge the AC up if it had a belt. That one's also missing. Well, it's got one left. Let's see if it'll even do anything. This was violently seized, and on our channel we got it to run, and it's been sitting since June. So good luck. Go ahead. 455. Here we go. Now.
I'll bring this bigger booster pack.
Oh yeah, that ought to do it. Oh, it's even a Recon. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it is. Wonder where I got that idea.
I don't know. It's strange. So it's either this, which has a title, but needs. Arguably, we should probably balance the tires. We got one flat one. There's no keys in it or anything. It needs some work. Really cool car though. Really cool gold and brown.
Yeah, the rust blends right in with the paint.
Yeah, the raccoons did a number on the body. That's the biggest problem. So it's either this or that Fairmont I have sitting at home, which I think I've discovered I never had a title for.
That I still want a turbo.
It would fit you better, but I think that's because you haven't decided that these are the best cars ever made yet.
Well, that remains to be seen.
You're gonna learn today, maybe not. That's a 1970 motor. That's 10.5 to 1. What more do you want in life?
Turbo? Can't turbo everything. Yes, you can. Anyone who says you can't is lying to you.
All right. Just gonna crank for a bit to bring fuel up.
Okay.
Look at that, it even hits on all 8. Yeah, keep going. Okay, pump her a bunch. Try it again. And again. Oh, I see fuel coming now. Pump her again. There we go. Check it out. You got electric windows.
This thing runs almost as good as my rotary pickup.
Dude, it runs really good. It runs way better than it deserves to. Here, show them around inside.
It's even got 4 wheel covers in here. Check this out. Oh, look at the Shriner guy on the dash. Interesting. I don't know what that is. Look at this interior though.
This was a 1-owner car, dude. What's the mileage on it? Like 60 or something?
40. What? 47,000? Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. Look at the pedal pads, right? Look at the rear seat. This car is huge.
All right, into the jungle.
Yeah, I should have brought a machete. Right?
She's got brand.
What is this, the 80s?
What's that?
With all the bush?
She's got brand new tires all the way around and
shiny wheels.
powder coated rims.
What do you think? 50 psi?
Oh
70?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, just
30, all of it.
35, 40. Oh, that thing honks.
Taking air.
All good?
Yeah, good.
All right.
What do you want?
Egg in your beer?
Yeah, I actually would take an egg in a beer.
You. All right, pull her out of here. Let's see your
omelets.
what's about to be the best car you'll ever own.
You think this will jump? Like if I take it off road?
I know it will, but
you know what?
you'll regret it later.
Hydro e-brake in this thing and drift this thing.
That would be awesome. That's just stupid. We never touched anything. Oh yeah, I never bolted that back on. There's things to be done. You got it?
Quick release steering wheel.
Okay. You look pretty good in there, Steve.
Look at this.
This looks like Power Tour next year, man.
Joel Johnson.
Joel Johnson. Is this the SS Johnson?
It is the SS Johnson.
Let's get her on up there.
Wait.
This thing was sold from the Joel Johnson Buick dealership. The guy owned the dealership.
Oh yeah, it's Cadillac, GMC, Oldsmobile, and Rambler.
Yeah.
Right? Or this.
Oh, Dennis Jensen.
Dennis Jensen.
Dennis Leroy Jensen. Leroy Jensen.
Leroy Jensen. What is? Oh,
I still like the SS Johnson.
The SS Johnson.
SS Dennis doesn't have quite the ring to it.
The SS Dennis.
Dennis, the 15-foot menace. No, this is like 19.
I was gonna say this thing's like 18 or 20.
Well, we should start with that. Shall we? We should get the tape measure or measure it in Steve's.
We'll measure it in Steve's.
Okay.
Steve's.
Okay, how many Steve's are we talking here?
Well, is it this way? Okay, so there's one like a one.
Is it toe to hand?
I don't know. What is the unit of measurement? We gotta ask. We gotta ask.
I don't know. You came up with this.
Well, Angus had that Lincoln, and that was at least a Steve for the hood. There. So it's like to shoulder on the hood. I don't know. How well can I balance? This is more than a Steve.
This is 3 Steves long.
Yeah, it's 3 Steves. 3 Steve car.
Which I think translates, I don't know, we'll tell you. Take this, divide by 3. Tell you the standard unit of Steve. 18'6".
Sweet, I'm 6'3".
That's your bag of parts.
Well, what do we got here?
That's all the bits and bobs.
Oh, steering wheel parts.
Steering, yeah. Is that air cleaner even?
Ooh.
I should put.
There's the turn signal stock.
I should probably call my wife, and I think the keys are in the Bronco. Yeah. Gotta find that. And then what? Alternator belt and tires?
Yeah.
Balance tires?
That should be it, I think.
What an ugly car.
What?
I got you this. Right here.
What's that?
It's a horseshoe,
Oh,
Steve.
for good luck?
Yeah, well, you're gonna need this for the horseshoe you're gonna have to buy to get home.
It's even chrome.
Yeah.
Why?
Get you home, that's what they say.
Oh.
Nice shirt.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah.
It's my mowing shirt. It's Sunday.
You can get one just like it at the link in the description below. These have weights on them.
Yeah, I took them all off to try to find 8 straight rims for the 98, the red one for Power Tour. So I know some of these aren't balanced and they're just
these
thrown
are all
on.
the bent ones?
No, they were actually all equally bent. This car just cared less about it. It arguably drove better.
Alright.
So there's not zero chance that one is balanced and just fine, but we'll check for you. Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah, we went through those brakes. That's all new for you. All the hard shit's done. You just need to paint it.
Paint it and drive it home. other way around, I guess. Drive it home first, then paint it. We, I think we're taking on a little water.
The SS Johnson has a leak.
Yeah. Take a look at this. I wondered why the back of this car was sitting so low. It's because the trunk is a frickin' fish tank. No problem, right? We'll just drill a hole in the perfectly good trunk.
Does it do anything, Steve? Yeah. That is a lot of water. Good trunk though. Thing's so solid. The trunk seal's bad somewhere, apparently.
There's a hole in the seam somewhere.
This 98
But
has
that is a ton of water.
It looks so good. Where's the water? Oh, right here. Found it. By all the wet paper.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright.
Alright, little metal work. You'll be fine.
He thinks I'm gonna do metal work.
He thinks he's gonna hate it.
Alright, coming down. Yep.
Hey, there you go. So I was wrong. They were all balanced. That rim back there is like an old spare. So I must have your other powder coated one I can get you someday when you keep this inevitably. That one's gonna shake real bad. That one's flat spotted from the other car when I hit the brakes really hard. But hey, they're all mostly zero on the balance machine and round and hold air.
And they're not nearly as bad as what we saw. Kind of is what it is, and we really need to hit the road. We won't feel it anyway.
Bingo.
Yeah, you don't feel your flat spotted tires on the water anyway. So
On water.
this is a boat.
Oh yeah.
Come on, it's got a bilge pump actively working. Have you seen this?
Commit the unfortunate and put a little drain hole at the lowest point.
But
I know it hurts, but
our fish tank trunk option. Come on, man. I was just gonna throw some goldfish and some koi in here. It's gonna be great. Slam this on here, huh? Reminds me of that Thunderbird, but cooler. Whoops. It's like that short little valve stem just barely pokes out of that hole, you know?
yeah, we probably could have put longer ones on.
Story of my life. You guys know how it is. Hey! Alright, Kevin's Chop Shop, no longer.
Well, I mean, maybe still trying to. All right, before we send you off, you're absolutely gonna need one of these. I forgot to put them on in the last two videos, and both of those videos I've had to pull the motors on those cars off.
So this is the warranty right here?
Yeah, yeah.
This is the when I'm broke down 5 miles from here, I can call you.
Nope, my number's not on it. You running illegal stuff across the border? What's going on here?
Yes.
Is that my wife's grape juice?
Homemade grape juice. This is part of the deal, okay? I
I
wasn't going to
could
buy
not-
this car without
Could
this.
not get him to buy this car unless we threw in a bottle of grape juice.
You guys have no idea how good this is, and you'll never know, but that's okay. I love it, and that's the way it is.
Title
oh, keys.
and keys.
And title. All right, thanks, bye. Kick ass. Sorry. What were you saying? We have work to do. That's
Yeah,
right.
probably that one.
Oh, sorry.
Angus is replacing a headlight. We got the one blown out one, and we can start putting keys in once Steve puts down the grape juice.
Fine. All right. Trying to get some of these parts back in the steering column now that we have a key, which is nice. I'd like to have a key. The vice grips that we were using to start this before worked just fine, but it definitely interfered with the shifter.
Now you have the measly task of putting together something that's been apart for 3 months, and I don't remember how I took it apart.
Yes, there's a bunch of pieces and springs in this clip. Oh boy, this could be a while. Wish me luck.
Watching Junkyard Digs on the job.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, yeah, Steve, we've had to do some referencing to old footage there. New headlight going in?
New headlight, yep.
Hell yeah.
Looks just like the old one, only less foggy.
Angus has got that in place, and we have our new trunk key in place, so they don't have to suck on the tube anymore. Although that was way funnier. Look at that. Beautiful. I can't wait for Steve to fall in love with this thing forever. How about you, Mook?
Yeah.
Yeah. Power tour next year, right here? Oh, 1000%. I mean, if the 455 dies, just puts a turbo LS in, as is tradition. Did you fix it yet?
Not quite. I'm trying to watch this video and it doesn't cover this very clearly.
Yeah, it does reference another one, though, inconveniently.
Hang on. There, it showed it for a second.
There we go. We just gotta push harder. How many idiots does it take to put a steering wheel back together?
Well, you know.
At least one. We don't have any.
Yeah, we don't have any idiots.
We're professionals. Oh, oh.
Oh, I think I got it. Let me see. Hang on, close your eyes. Okay, yeah. Lock plate's on. Ting!
Yeah,
Right.
right in the face. How are things up here?
Good. I replaced the other headlight for good measure.
Not a
And
bad
these
call.
guys are going after the belt that was shredded.
Yeah, I don't know when that happened, but it probably explains the dead battery I had. Well, consider that mechanically restored.
Sure.
Consider it sold.
Oh yeah.
Total. I could probably even give you a little more initial, honestly, but yeah, seems to run fine. We'll call that safe. Now Steve likes the party there.
Yeah. Put the party tune up in there.
It's all that good. Call it 17, should be 30 total. Pretty safe. Yeah. Alright, kill it. I remember it pinged a little bit, so I took a little timing out of it. That should help. I don't know. You know what? I'm glad you're buying this, and I'm glad it's on camera, because you guys saw the video on my channel. It was like violently seized. I violently seized a bunch more. And then since then, I've kind of cruised it around town a bit and done 100 miles, and it's been fine. So it'll be cool to see this thing do. How far are you?
400.
400 miles
400
on camera.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive that it will do it. I'm not going to say that it might.
It's an excellent road trip
Yeah.
car. I mean, this is exactly what you need. It's
It doesn't
small,
smoke.
compact, good on gas.
It doesn't smoke. There's no blow by. This will be great to see it do 100,000 miles here in a couple years when Steve rolls it over. Got a title. What more do you want?
It's got a title and it runs, and it's today. It's ready to go. 400 miles right now.
Maybe a bath first.
Sure, we'll spray it off. There you go. Every used car from Kevin's Used Cars comes with a car wash.
Actually, I was just gonna say this part's not free. That you have to pay for this. This
Yeah, it's $12.
That's actually one jar of grape juice.
Yeah, I don't have any.
Oh, well, I'll stop now.
It actually is pretty cool paint.
It's a really cool color.
Can't wait to sell this car.
One last thing. Are they full? Oh yeah, the taillights are full of water. Ready?
Yeah.
Awesome. There you go. All right, get the hell out of my yard. Good luck. You know what? We've set you up with all the stickers. There's nothing more I can really do for you.
Yeah, that should cover it, right? It is different. It's not fixed. It does have drum brakes on all four wheels. I definitely woke up and chose stupid, that's for sure. Yeah. Yep. Because look where I am. Look what I did. Great. All right. We've got a very brown, very big,
very cool,
very car.
Very your new favorite thing.
Very heavy car.
Yep. Very high quality.
Very, I own it now and he doesn't, and we're going to drive it home, and we are way late, so we really have to get going. You said this thing can cruise at like 80, right?
85 all day long.
Perfect.
Probably.
We're going to make as much use of that rear gear as we possibly can. We really need to get going. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for bailing us out of this one.
Can't wait to see it on Power Tour next year.
Yep, maybe.
Good luck. You'll hopefully not need it. Jury's still out. We're gonna find out.
I can't believe he just sold Grandma's car.
I thought you were gonna say something like, holy shit, it actually made it off the property.
I'm not surprised. He's a very gullible man.
I meant mechanically. Well, good luck, Steve. Hopefully you won't need it, but
He's got the stickers.
yeah, he's fine. He's fine.
All right. gassed up. The only thing I think we really need to make sure we get home is this guy. Alright, there we go. Alright, here we go. First time on the highway, headed home. Go 98, go! There's 70 mile an hour, man. This thing is cruising. Think we should try the radio? Give it a shot.
95
Oh,
GTO,
hey.
Des Moines Classic Rock, keeping it rocking with the Black Crow.
Awesome! I mean, copyright music, so we can't play you anything, but hey, radio works. You're currently inside the car with us as we're doing 75 miles an hour down the freeway. We don't have a coolant temp gauge, we have an idiot light that's off, so we don't have a problem. But here it is, 75 miles an hour. Just cruising. Unbelievably so. Alright, about 40 miles in. If it'll do 40 miles, it'll do 400. I also hear it pinging though. We need to take more timing out. Alright, made it about 40 miles. A little more than that, but we are detonating a little bit under load on the highway, so I'm going to pull some more timing out. Got a little smoke. Oh. That's, there's no baffle in that valve cover for oil vapor. That's good. That might be what that is. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna dial a little timing out of the distributor quick so we can stop pinging. I'm just gonna start it up and then just dial a little timing out at idle. We're just gonna do it by ear, you know? Alright, took a little bit out, see if it still pings. Alright, so I don't know if you guys will be able to hear this. It is super quiet in the car, so if I nail it, no more pinging. Took a little bit of timing out of it. Seems happy at this place, so we're gonna leave it and get some miles put down. Well, our idiot light for hot just came on. We're gonna find a place to pull over as soon as we can. Hang in there, Oldsmobile. All right, we stopped. It's definitely hot. Check it out. Oh, I think we lost the lower hose. Or we're about to. Yeah, steaming out of that hose right down there.
How about this belt?
Oh,
Lost the fan.
lost the fan belt. That'll do it. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but right here, and it's in shadow right now, right in there, yeah, this radiator's cracked, leaking in a tube. So because I care about this engine so much, we're gonna let this cool off. We're gonna head to a local auto parts store, get some radiator stop leak. I know that that is usually the kiss of death on cooling systems, but we really need to get this home. All right, here we go with the forbidden goo. I hate this stuff, but our leak, oh my god, I should have shook this up. That's disgusting. Our leak is small enough that maybe this will work. All right, we're gonna top off the radiator because it was a little low, probably from where it was leaking. And then Steve tightened up the one belt that we do have. There's one O'Reilly's that's like 10 minutes from where we are. We're gonna try to make it there and just buy a spare belt for that. We also bought this replacement belt here, so we'll probably grab a couple more jugs of water, see how far we can get. And we're gonna fire it up here and just see if it's still hot. Okay, it is no longer hot. I just want to check that the power steering pump is working. It does look like it's spinning, and we got power steering. So there we go. Okay, made it to O'Reilly's. Got a spare belt. Come on. Oh, it is now saying that it's hot. Oh, what? Come on. Is it actually hot? Oh. Okay. Well, we took this thing a little further down the road after cooling it off and trying to get a new belt on it. And would you look at that? It's puking its guts out. We lost the only belt that we had. It's 8 o'clock at night. And we found ourselves at the Inevitable Jim's place. This is Anderson Automotive, his professional auto repair business. We were in Marion, Iowa. We were stranded anyway. So I think we're gonna see if we can't leave this here for tonight so that we can make the rest of the 4-hour drive home to get home at midnight so we can all get to work.
Did the light come on when you went down the highway?
Belt's gone.
Oh, belt's gone.
Okay, we are throwing in the towel for tonight. It is Sunday night. We are already gonna get back super late. We all have to work tomorrow, and the 98 is gonna stay at the Inevitable Jim's shop until we can figure out what to do from there. Welcome back. It's exactly a week later. Sam and I are here at Anderson Automotive in Marion, Iowa. Jim was nice enough to let us park the 98 here for a week while we sorted our stuff out because we had to work all week. So we're back, and the 98 is in the exact same condition it was when we left it. So here it is, nothing has changed. We did pump up the one tire that kind of goes flat, but the main thing we need to solve is the belts, and the lower pulley on this thing is super rusted. 455 inches of frustrating goodness. You can see there's still evidence of the one belt that chucked right here. And there's all sorts of rubber shavings and stuff from all the other belts. So these pulleys, not in great shape. The rust on the pulleys could definitely be a part of why this thing is chucking belts repeatedly. And yeah, the lower pulley, way down in there, you probably can't see it. That thing is pretty crusty too. So I brought a wire wheel for a drill, and I brought my wire brush. I'm gonna try to clean these pulleys up as much as I can, and we'll throw new belts on it. Very interesting. Trying to tension this. We're gonna have to undo that alternator belt. All right, got that power steering belt on there. You can get it by just loosening the bolt that's behind the pulley on top and one on the bottom, and then using a pry bar to kind of move the pump around. So now that that's in place, we'll get that tension first, then we'll get the alternator belt on, tension that up. Hopefully we should be ready. So, 2 brand new belts, tensioned up properly. Hopefully that is the key to this thing staying cool, charging, running the fan, everything?
Yeah, everything.
Sam got those jerry cans off of Marketplace for what, 10 bucks a piece?
Yeah.
Pretty sweet. Yeah, pretty awesome. They'll work great for what we're doing here. He brought 10 gallons of water, so let's hope that that gets us home.
They're an area of effect jerry can, they're not precision.
That's what the fill funnel's for. Yeah, they're precision funnel. Yeah, that's fine. All right, we got all the belts on, and our savior, Jim, is here. I realized that I forgot the keys at my house when we were about 15 minutes from Jim's shop. Luckily, Jim was like an hour and a half
away.
And he had the keys that I left with him so he can move the car if he had to. So he came back and saved the day once again. So thank you, Jim.
I do what I can. I'm in the savior business.
Yeah. Yeah, not all heroes wear capes, okay?
Yeah, not all heroes look this good, you know.
So we're gonna bubble this thing real quick, and we're gonna give this one more try and try to get the 98 on the road. We're gonna take it on Jim's test course that he's got set out for us, just to make sure it stays cool. And if it does,
following all posted legal limits, of course.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. This thing is going to be doing 98 miles an hour.
That's right. It says on the side 98. That's what you're supposed to do.
All right. Let's see if that battery's still up.
So I'm sure.
Probably needs to get fuel up there. Oh man, I can't believe how good this runs.
Is it bad that it's blowing bubbles in the funnel?
Yeah, no it isn't.
Is that bad that it's blowing bubbles?
We just topped it off.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna let it bubble for a while. Make sure it stays cool. All right, car's been idling here for a little while. Still nice and cool. So we're gonna head over to Jim's place quick, top off our water cans, and hit the road. Stopped by Jim's place, topped off our water jugs, checked the car over. Things look okay for now. We're back on the road. About 4-hour drive left to my place. Here we go. Here's the first 65-mile-an-hour rip. So we've gone about 30 miles, and so far, more of the same with this thing. It's kind of insane, actually, how good this thing is driving. Kind of can't believe it. Just cruising, eating up the miles. It's quiet in here. 70 mile an hour. Did it really only need belts? Welcome back to Wisconsin. Just crossed the bridge over Dubuque, or from Dubuque to Wisconsin. We are officially back in our home state with the 98. I'm not going to say anything until we clear all the hills and stuff, but so far so good. Go 47,977. We're exactly 200 miles in since we left Kevin's place. You know, this 98 drives pretty good. The only thing I can say is the wheel shake is horrible. These friggin' bent ass wheels, horribly balanced tires. Other than that, this thing is all right. Well, there we are, 150 miles to go, exactly 150 miles. Onward to home. All right, she's hot again. Just got off on an exit here as fast as I could. We gotta get this thing pulled over and shut down. Oh yeah, really hot. What the heck happened? I wonder if we lost the belt again. Other than apparent overheating, bubbling over, coming out the cap, our belts look okay. Both of them are still intact and nothing's even chewed up. So I wonder if that little bitty leak in the red up here has come back to say hello. So we might just let this cool off, top it off with more water, and try again. Alright, this thing is just about done gassing off. We didn't lose that much water, so that's good. The locking cap, I actually kind of like that. Makes this a little easier. You can slowly open that and bleed the pressure off so you don't blow hot coolant in your face. We're going to top this sucker off with some more water. We just went to Quick Trip. The greatest gas station of all time, okay? If you don't agree, I don't care. We went to Quick Trip and got a snack. We're going to top this off and then finish this drive. So we got, I don't know, a couple gallons of water into the rad and stuff, but I think I'm gonna just start it up and let the water pump circulate it, try to get it bubbled down. Oh yeah, took it down right away. Yeah, put a little bit more in there. Let it run for a minute here, circulate, bubble off, and get back on the road. So while we're stopped here, figured we'd just add a little bit more attention to this alternator belt. It still looks fine, it's tight, but it definitely stretched a little bit in the last, what, hour plus, 100-ish miles of driving. So tighten this guy up a little bit more. Hopefully give that water pump every chance that it has to keep spinning. Notice the black lagoon that is our overflow funnel. I think we should be concerned, but it made it, what, an hour and a half, almost 2 hours of driving at 75 miles an hour before we had a problem. So I'm inclined to think that we just keep topping it off with water to get home. So looking at this tire right here, got low again, and what did you say it was at?
16 psi.
Oh, I put it at 35 before we left. We've gone 100 plus miles. This tire's losing air quick, so this might be a more often of a refill. We're gonna pump that up. Well, she's hot and not cooling off, even with a bunch of fresh water in there. It's just not doing it. So we're gonna let this calm down and decide what to do from here. All right, so we are struggling to try to get this thing to stay cool. That light won't come off. So just filled it up again, bubbled it again. I'm gonna drive it around a little bit to see if we can't get more action out of the radiator or something. Because this, if we can't get this thing to start cooling itself again, we're gonna have to call it for today. From a short cruise and we are still hot. Let's take a look under the hood. All right. Let's see, yep, tons of pressure in our upper hose. We're not quite to the point where, let's see what this does, huh? Oh yeah, yep. We're not boiling over yet, like it's not on the overflow yet, but it's definitely hot already and is not cooling down. So I really don't want to trash this engine. I think we're gonna have to call it quits for today. We're gonna have to find an alternate way home. We're back. The 98 is at my house. This thing overheated again on the highway at 75 miles an hour out of nowhere after 2 hours of running flawlessly. We put like 120 miles down on the freeway and then it gave up its goat. I'm not sure what's going on. So we loaded it on a trailer and got it back to my house. Sam and I both work full-time jobs. We try to do as much of this as we can on the weekends, but when you run out of time, you run out of time. So everything should look exactly the same under here. The belts actually look really good. Both power steering and alternator belts look really nice after cleaning up the pulleys. So I don't think we have a problem there. But you guys remember the black goo that was coming out of the rad cap on this thing. It was pretty gross. I don't think there's really any coolant left in here anymore. So what I want to do is drain the water that's in here out and then take it over to the hose and flush it. There is no more antifreeze in this thing anymore. It's all water. We filled it up a few times with just water before. All I have is the lower rad hose popped, and I'm just basically just washing out this side of the radiator. I'll probably pop that rad hose back on and let it circulate a little bit. Hot. Oh, yeah. That looks like a real old style thermostat. I think I'll put the thermostat housing back on. That way we can at the very least, you know, flush water through the block. Anyway, we'll fire it up and let it pump. This is just gonna pump through the motor, out the top rad hose here. Oh my God, you guys have to see the crap that's coming out of here. Oh, it's horrible. You probably can't see that well on camera, but that water is like brown. We're gonna do this for a while. I got the cooling system flushed out and I ran clean water through the cap with the thermostat out the top hose, and then I filled the radiator up repeatedly until everything ran clear with nice clean water. The thermostat, I think, is a 195. It says V195 on the back of it. This is an old thermostat. This is a style of thermostat I have not ever seen. It's probably either an old school replacement and or original. I don't know. I'm tempted to put it back in and just throw the thermostat housing on it, run this thing around the neighborhood a few times with just clean water in it now, and just see if it stays cool. If not, then probably need a thermostat. It's been idling here for a while with the cap off, and I think it's overheating, sitting right here. I think the hot light is on. Yep, it is. So we'll turn it off here, and it should keep bubbling out the cap over there. Yeah, I'm thinking we have a stuck thermostat. Well, I mean, it looks like that thermostat was just barely cracked open. Barely. Not flowing very much. So I'm wondering if this sticky thermostat is our problem. I'm going to throw the thermostat outlet back on and then fill this full of water again and let it run for a while and see if it overheats. Moving water. See if it cools off. Quite a bit of heat back here being pulled through the rad by the fan. It's pretty darn hot. Just gonna let it see if this thing will cool down on its own. Again, that hot light is still on. I wanted to check the rad too to see if the rad is hot. Yes, it is, all the way down. Okay, so at this point, we might just be good and heat soaked everywhere. So we'll let it sit and cool here for a little while. I'll probably throw the cap back on before it draws in too much air and try to take this for a cruise. All right, we've been cruising for a little while. It's still hot. I don't understand it though, because I don't know how long it takes for that light to go off. We're back in the shop here. Hot light is still on. I'm gonna check this with my thermometer. Let's see, cylinder head temperature of 198, 200. How about a thermostat? 212. Okay, we are boiling over. We are a little bit hot. Interesting. So I think this thing needs a radiator. Even with the thermostat out, driving around, we should have seen a big reduction in heat or an improvement in cooling with no thermostat at all. So it's still got hot, like say 210, 214, nothing crazy, but it's not cooling down. Similar to what the Ambassador did, I think this radiator might be plugged and or not as efficient as it could be. So I'm gonna pull it out, take it to a local rad shop. Hopefully they can clean it up, fix it. We'll be right back in business. I also need to replace this front right tire. It's completely bald. Can't imagine why, Kevin. The valve stem's also bad. Back out here again. To my astonishment, this car is still here and I still own it. Well, I know it's not too bad to pop that lower rad hose, so I'll start there. I got really good at it yesterday. See what sort of devilish goo comes out of it this time. Well, that drains. I think I'll get this cover piece off for the radiator. Boy, if this isn't prime candidate for knock it down with a DA and shoot it with some D1635, I don't know what is. Get this fan shroud out of the way. Might have to pull the radiator first. Come on. There it is. Yuck. There's some amount of gross stuff coming out of here. Get a load of what comes out of this radiator. See that? What the hell? It's like, it's so dark. So much rust or mud or something. That's insane. So I think I found the problem, or at least part of it. If you can see in there, if I get the light right, there is remnants of an old radiator hose, like maybe a lower rad hose spring, and some other junk that is stuck inside this radiator core. All right, here you go. There's some of that spring. Here's some more. That all came out from inside that radiator. including these pieces of what was a lower hose. Good evening and welcome back. It's been like a week since the last I talked to the camera. I ordered a radiator for this thing and it's gonna take 6 to 7 days total by the time it gets here. So we're still waiting on that, but I have some other stuff I want to do in the meantime. Now this upper core support here and this radiator cover piece are extremely rusty and gross. So I figured while I wait for this radiator to show up, I might as well scuff and shoot this black. And when I said scuff and shoot, I meant just that. We're not doing anything fancy on this car, but it should make it look a lot better. Probably not even gonna mask it either. Channeling my inner Dalton. Go in for some of that detail prep with a wire brush, you know? I'm going to be very careful masking this. By that I mean I'm going to use this cardboard. Look at that. Kind of amazing how it just fills in all the rust pits. Make sure to get that paint in the threads. That way it'll hold that bolt in there nice and tight. Till the next time you need to take it out. Well, that looks quite a bit better than before. Right? I mean, yeah, sure. It's still rusted and pitted, but at least it's got paint on it. Looks a little better. Over here, this piece, now it's still super shiny because I just shot it with another coat, but I mean, whatever, right? It looks better. You're not really going to pay that much attention to that. And don't worry about the sticker that was right here. That thing was already unreadable, so I just wire wheeled it off. But I mean, 5 minutes and for basically free, we improved the look of the engine bay of this thing. Probably wondering if I'm going to paint all this other rusty stuff, and the answer is no. Welcome back. Out here again after work. It's late, but finally got parts I've been waiting for. So as is the usual with this car, I spared all expense and got a radiator from eBay. It was $150 shipped to my door, and I think it's going to work. This thing looks like pretty much identical. It does have 2 extra ports here in the end tank. I'm not sure what these are for, but it's got ports for the transmission cooler right here. They look to be exactly the same as the old one. The outlet port looks to be just a fuzz smaller than the old one, maybe a 1/16 of an inch, but it looks like it should work. This port looks to be exactly the same size. Petcock's in the same place. This should be fine. Now, if I remember right, shroud has to go around the fan first. Get this whole mess in there. In we go with the new extremely expensive custom aftermarket racing radiator. I've found a solution. All I did with the lower hose is I cut a smaller piece of radiator hose, I slipped it inside and essentially just made myself a hose adapter. Looks like it's going to seal up tight. We'll get that tightened up, get the upper hose on, put the shroud back on, and that cover piece over there that I painted yesterday, and we'll see if this thing finally stays cool. I'm sure you noticed my sweet new shirt, and you probably are wondering where you can get one. Free plug for you, Dalton, polebarnmerch.com. This is sweet. Cheapest t-shirt apparently by any YouTuber. In case anybody's curious, the only way that I get projects like this done, or even remotely close to making progress, is I kind of do the hour-a-day method. Lord Sloppy himself, Matt Happel, if you haven't looked him up on YouTube, check him out. Big turbo LS guy, really like his stuff. He's been preaching an hour a day for years. So if you're working full-time like I am, and you want to do YouTube stuff, or you want to work on your project car even, an hour a day really, really helps. Even if you take that hour just to prepare for the next job that you need to do, you get the tools out, you get the pieces out, any materials that you need. If you get all that organized, the next time you come out to the shop, you're already 3 or 4 steps ahead into that project. It saves you tons of time because you put the time in yesterday. But again, it's only an hour a day. Most people can find that time, and adds up at the end of the week. 5 hours of work on your project car in a week is quite a bit if you don't count the weekends. Just a thought. The only thing that's not super solid is this hose for the overflow port here. So I think I will use a polymer-based guarantee, aka zip tie. We should be good. So definitely moving quite a bit of water, and I've hosed this thing out many times, just trying to spray as much of that cruddy water out of there as I can. But so far it seems like this thing is working. I don't see any leaks other than, you know, the water that I've sprayed on there. So I don't know, take it for a drive. I can't tell you how hard it is to try to light myself, and I'm being blinded right now by this light, my work light, but it's also super difficult out here in the country where there are no street lights. It is super dark everywhere, and there are deer lurking all around me in all these fields just waiting to jump out and smash the front of this car up. But I've been driving this car around now for like 15 minutes, many full throttle hits, 70 mile an hour, and it's sitting here idling, and I haven't shut it off, and we are still cool. So I'm gonna drive this thing back home, just double check under the hood with my temp gun, and then we'll come back at this tomorrow. Well, I lied. There's the hot light again. See if it goes off if I get moving. Doesn't look like it so far. We are still hot pulling into the shop. Let's see what's going on. I think I might know why. That little auxiliary port, I must not have it tight enough, or maybe I over tightened it. And if you can see, we have a super tiny leak right out of there. If you can't seal your cooling system, this is going to happen over and over and over again. All right, so I'll have to pull that plug out of there when this thing cools down, get that sealed back up. It's the next day. I fixed that O-ring of that auxiliary port on the side of the radiator, but I'm going to do one other thing. I'm going to put a thermostat back in this. I know everybody says running without a thermostat makes the water move too fast through the radiator, and it essentially limits its cooling capacity. We're going to shove this back in, fill the car up again, run it, and see if we can get this thing to stay cool. Take a look at this. Yeah, I have a feeling, a bad feeling, that when I tried to run this thing with the brand new radiator, that water pump moved a whole bunch of rust and plugged up this radiator immediately. On second thought, I think I'm going to put this thermostat housing right back on, leaving the thermostat out. And I'll pour a bottle of that. Cooling system cleaner flush stuff. This stuff right here. It's by Prestone. It's like $7. I'm assuming it's just like a mild acid, but I'm gonna put this in there and run this thing with water from the hose and try to flush it, because the amount of crap that was stuck right behind the thermostat and the intake is concerning, that potentially a lot of that is in the radiator now. So we're gonna try this first, then drain it out, then fill it up with water one more time, put the thermostat in, and then maybe it'll cool. So the directions on this stuff say to run it for 10 minutes, just idling. It's been running for a few minutes already, enough to come off a high idle. I don't know, is foaming good? Not sure. So you run it for 10 minutes, shut it off, let it cool, drain it out, and rinse it with water, and then we should be able to fill it up again. Look at that water. Oh man, that is so gross. All right, I'm gonna dump this and then keep flushing it. Bubbled this thing with the cleaner in there, and then disconnected the hoses and flushed this thing out until I had clear water coming all the way through the block with no thermostat. Gonna fill it up right now and put in a 160 thermostat because big block. We're gonna bubble this thing again, see what happens. Welcome to Fender Cam. So we do have a new gasket in here, and I think what I'm gonna do is fill this up so we see something out of the thermostat hole, and then shove the thermostat in. That way I know there's at least water in the block. All right, we got a little bit of water coming out by the thermostat. Shove our new 160 in there and right back on with the housing. All right, we've got warm water now in the top of the rad over here. Let's see, starting to pull some heat through the radiator, so I wonder if that thermostat opened already. All right, this thing's been sitting here idling now for, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. Still not warm, so I think there's just a little bit of that residual cleaner in there. I'm gonna spray that out a little bit, put the cap on, and then take this thing for a spin. Out on the test track, probably a mile or two in already, trying to keep this at around 55 or 60. So far the cold light is still on. It's interesting. Other than that, nothing to report. A few minutes later, still cruising. I wonder if this cold light won't shut off anymore because I put a lower temp thermostat in it. I don't know. So far so good. I need to take it for a little bit longer drive though. Try to replicate what we were seeing on the freeway coming home from Kevin's. Speaking of Kevin, he claims that this is like the greatest car ever made. I'm still not convinced. I mean, it is really quiet in here though. A few minutes later, still driving this thing around. Done about 3 laps now on this track. About 60 miles an hour the whole time. Hot light is still off. It would be nice to have an actual coolant temperature gauge, but I'm wondering, I don't want to speak too soon, but I'm wondering if this thing finally has what it needs. Let's give it a little bit. Oh, that carburetor does not seem happy. Oh, the cold light went off. Huh. All right. Other than that carburetor massively bogging and backfiring, I'm gonna go back to the shop and just check it over. Everything looks normal under here. We have cooling system pressure for sure, but seems like it's under control. Hot light is still not on. Okay. Good sign. All right, I'm not gonna go get too excited just yet. It's done this to me before. We got it all the way to the parts store in Marion, Iowa. We went in the parts store, it was cold or not hot. We came out and it was hot. So I'm gonna leave it sit and soak and stew with its decisions. We'll come back in a minute, fire it up one more time, and if it stays cool for another few laps, maybe, just maybe, we've turned this 98 into a 99. Now here's the true test. Hot light is on. It is still on. So now I'm gonna see if we take this thing, drive it around, will that hot light come off? Short trip down the road and back, it's still hot. Are we bypassing anything? A very, very, very little bit. Right up by the thermostat, we're at 187 degrees. The inlet of the water pump is 150 degrees. Yeah, 190 up here, 150 down here. This thing isn't even hot. What the hell? It's actually cool. Tell you what, I know how to solve that hot light coming on. There you go. There. Now, we can find out if we're overheating the good old-fashioned way. Just fired it up for a second here. Tons of heat coming through the radiator. Let's just get some readings while it's running. Inlet of the water pump, 161. Thermostat outlet, 193. We're dropping 30 degrees across the radiator right now. Abandoned in Iowa for 30 years, revived by Kevin and Angus on Junkyard Digs, and then we tried to drive it home 400 miles. No, we didn't make it. Tried our best. Car needed just a few more parts, a little bit more work to make a trip that far. Now the thing stays cool, rides down the road super smooth. Everything works. This thing's a daily driver. Another classic put back on the road. 4-door hardtop is pretty cool too. Kind of sweet that the whole side of the car opens up. Woohoo! I'm not really into big cars like this. I'm more into small cars and pickup trucks with turbos. So if you're interested in this car, shoot me an email at buildseason2023@gmail.com. If you're interested in merch, check out the link in the description below. If you're feeling generous and you want to be a part of one of these builds, check out the link to the parts fund in the description below. Every single donation to the parts fund gets a shout out in the next video. It's a way for you guys to be a part of these builds and to keep the builds rolling. To all my subscribers, both new and old, thank you so very much for watching. I had a lot of fun with this one. I'll see you in the next one.